right, so here's the thing, and it's ironic because as Joe and I were holding up those wine glasses, hello my friend, and toasting while we were in New York, it occurred to me that as well as making a confession, I also was making an observation.
You what?
What Joe and I shared in that picture was that we both, in common, we both wear orthotics in our shoes.
You do.
All the time.
Yes.
He wears your Vionic inserts.
That's
My
right.
mom, just today, received her shipment of Vionic inserts.
Excellent. Any early feedback? Is she a fan?
They're awesome. We all
I hope
love
she's
you.
a fan, otherwise that'd be an awkward
Yes,
question.
otherwise this was going nowhere.
Yeah.
This is the final presentation until July of this item. We only do this deal twice a year because the price is a steal. You're getting a full length and a 3/4 length set of 2 Vionic universal orthotic inserts. This is your last chance because each one of these, gosh, isn't each one like $35 or something crazy
That's
like
right,
that?
yeah,
So
yeah.
the fact that you're getting 2 for $49, that's why we can only do this twice a year. So this is your last time to see it before it goes away until July. And so, actually, can we even skip to the chase before you show us that?
Yeah, sure.
How do we order our size? Because that's the thing.
We'll go to the size chart. So these are sized a little bit differently. So they're sized extra small through to extra large. They're for men and women, so we've got unisex sizing. Really simple. So just go and work out what your size curve is for women's or for men's, and then go across to that Vionic sizing. So, for example, a women's size 7 would be a small, a men's size 10.5 would be a large. So really, really sort of simple to get that sizing down. And if you have missed that here, it's also on QVC.com, that sizing chart.
Extra large is already limited. 10,000 of these ordered this month. Again, last chance until July. By the way, close your ears. If you don't want to pay for an expensive Vionic shoe to experience what awesome orthotic support is in terms of your feet and then orthopedically your entire body, just get the inserts and slip them into your own other name brand shoes. Sorry to say that, but I mean, it is pretty awesome to be able to do that.
I wear other shoes that aren't Vionic.
Okay, you could get fired for saying that, so let's move on.
Well, hopefully.
This is, you're getting
no one's watching. Only kidding, bosses.
3/4 set
That's right.
and a full length set.
That's right.
And now tell me exactly what's happening here.
So the 3/4 length, really ideal for footwear without a removable insole or with a really shallow toe box. The full length, ideal for footwear with with a removable insole.
Got it.
And not ideal for anything over probably a 1.5 inch heel. I get a lot of questions as to, can I put this in my high heels? No, you can't.
True
So
that.
because the arch there, the arch profile on it, it just won't allow your foot to fit into the shoe basically. So really great way, as you said, Sean, to try out the Vionic technology. If you've been sitting on the fence about the brand, not quite sure if you want to give it a go and invest in a pair of shoes, a great way to try out the brand. And look, we don't make a lot of men's styles. We have some styles on QVC.com, but not a great deal of men's styles. So a great idea for the bloke in your life as well. Okay. So
And also just a great idea, because if I'm honest, like, I love your shoes, but maybe other people don't.
Sure.
You know, the thing is that they want the incredible, sublime nirvana experience of what it feels like to walk with these in your shoes, but they may not like the look design-wise, shocking it would be to me, but could be the design of your shoes externally speaking.
We may not make shoes in a category that you like at the moment. So and that's fine, but you know, this is still a great way to experience that comfort and support that, you know, that people have been talking about with Vionic. And it's really important. It's amazing the difference that having that supportive feeling underneath the foot really makes at the end of the day. You'll feel energized. You'll want to take more steps.
Yep.
But you can put these into the shoes that you know and love at home. Really, really easy to use. So here's a great example here of the 3/4 length. Great example here of a style of shoe, not Vionic, really shallow toe box and doesn't have a removable insole. I can just slip the 3/4 length in there, and away you go. And it sits in there really nicely as well, so it's not going to slip around in the shoe either. And that's the 3/4 length. The full length style, again, I've got just a nice sort of casual slip-on style. I'm going to remove that existing insole, and just while we're here, I just want to hold that because that's what I've taken out. Look at the difference in support you're going to be getting. So that's amazing, and it's like apples and oranges there. But all you need to do is just sort of slip that in. And there you go again. So there you've got that Vionic technology, that Orthoheel, that podiatrist design technology built into just your everyday casual style.
Okay, so as we go to Kylene, let me just say that I am a huge fan of orthotics. Years ago when I first got to QVC, there was like a year where I had a hot mess of issues with my feet and my knees. I mean, it was horrible.
4-foot doctors on
It was
speed dial.
awful. In fact, I have the personal cell phone number of one of my foot doctors, and we now text. I mean, that's how close we got. But my point here is, I had at one time professional clinical grade orthotics made.
Yep.
Cost me $450. Insurance wouldn't cover it. It's fine. The you know, the kickback is I wear them all the time in my sneakers and they feel amazing. So it's amazing to me, since we only do this twice a year.
Yeah.
These are inserts that are not custom made, meaning you put your foot in the mold. These, somehow you guys managed to make a universally friendly shape and size of an orthotic insert that provides the same support that Kylene's going to show you.
That's right.
And yet these set of two are $49 when technically this set of two any other time other than twice a year would be like $70.
That's right, and yeah, really the technology was born out of, you know, Australian podiatrist Phil Vasili seeing all those patients throughout his career and getting an average of how much he was building up or correcting people's feet with those really expensive custom-made orthotics. And what he was trying to correct is what we're looking at here, and you'll notice Kylene on a hard, flat, unnatural surface. Look at how crooked that line is because there is no support underneath the foot. That foot's got to roll over to try and meet the ground. That's what we know as overpronation or excess pronation. And it's a really common problem because we're all walking on these hard, flat, unnatural surfaces. Where the foot should be is here. So now you can see how that foot, that line I should say, has straightened up beautifully and is now a lot closer to where it should be in its natural alignment. When I take that support away, there you can see that misalignment returning again. Now, what I'm going to do is actually I'll just slip the 3/4 underneath. Oh, and I'll straighten you up. There we go. And there you can see, as soon as we put Kylene onto that orthotic technology, you can see how that line is straightened up beautifully again. So it's a really amazing difference, but it shows there that it's the orthotic that's doing all the work. It's that science, that Vionic science, that podiatrist design technology that's doing all the work to help that alignment. And even if I take you out of that, Kylene, I'm going to turn your foot to the side. And now you'll notice here, so Kylene's actually got quite a high arch. You'll see a gap there between underneath her foot and the ground. Again, when I realign Kylene, you see how that arch lifts up, and she's got sort of a bit more of that footprint or that contour there. When I let it go, you see that foot flattening out. If I put the full length under there, and there you'll really see now how that arch is filled in beautifully. So now instead of that foot rolling over to try and meet the ground's now coming up to meet the foot. So if you think about it in these terms, she's got a footprint back.
I mean, 1,000 sets now ordered in the past 5 or so minutes, maybe 6, maybe 8. I actually am not so good at the quick math. But I'm going to take you back this way because this is the last time we are doing this until July. This is a set of two, a full length and a 3/4. This $70 set is now for the last time until July, $49 and change. That means I would pick up multiples unless you want to keep swapping these out of every pair of shoe every day. Plus, it's a great time for a his and hers purchase. Let's do the size chart because that's a very helpful kind of tip as to how we place our order. And then keep in mind that you have to have a 1.5 inch or less heel on a shoe to use these. They're not going in 5-inch stilettos.
That's right. So yeah, size from extra small through to extra large. So what you need to do is just work out what your size bracket is and then go across to that sizing. So for example, a women's size 8.5 would be a medium, a men's size 12 would be an extra large. So really, really simple to work out those size brackets and then work out what your size, I should say, in the orthotics will be. And a really good question that I get asked quite a lot is, how do you know how long are these going to last? You know, how do you know when to replace these?
Why do they wear out?
Well, the thing it's like with anything. Like if you wear them sort of 15 hours a day, 7 days a week, then what's going to happen is the angles wear out. What I like to say is return of symptom. So if you start to see that you're sort of suffering some aches and pains, maybe have the tight aching legs at the end of the day, then the angles may have just worn down because you've worn them a lot. So it's like sneakers. You've got to rotate your sneakers every now and then as well. So they might last sort of 12 months, 18 months, 2 years. It just really depends on how long you wear them. The key to getting, or I guess the catalyst to getting a new pair might be just return of symptom.
Interesting. So for me, that would be essentially like saying, if I feel the itch, if I feel the inclination to text my foot doctor, it's probably a sign that I need to get a fresh pair of orthotic inserts.
Exactly right.
Okay, we're back with Kylene, but there's a different demonstration, which actually I find the most profound that you do.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
It's pretty cool. Okay, she's standing on a tile. Why?
She's standing on a tile because what we're going to show now is, in a very dynamic way, how the foot changes shape when it's in that overpronated position versus the natural alignment. So Kylene here on the tile, let me just draw a line where her toe is sitting, realign the foot and draw a line where her toes ended up. So there you can see that foot shortened, and it's shortened about 1/2 to 1/4 of an inch. When I let Kylene go again, you see that foot's elongating. And all that pressure, that elongation is actually coming from that arch area. If we can have a look at it from the side again, and what we can do is slip that orthotic technology underneath the foot, And now you'll see, where are we? There we go. You can see there how that foot, if we can just have a look from the side, I don't know if we can or not, but you can see there that when the foot's back into its natural alignment, there we go. You can see how that, instead of rolling over to try and meet the ground's now coming up to meet the foot.
Can't say enough, can't sing the praises enough of how really physically game-changing it is to get these into your shoes. By the way, we are super busy on the phone line since this is the last time that we're doing this until July, which is a $70 pair of orthotic inserts. You get 2 sets for $49 and change. Sir, can we hit up the size chart one last time for everybody?
Sure,
So
yeah,
sorry,
love to.
that was like a, okay,
Yeah,
there we
so
go.
extra small through
What
to
a
extra
team.
large, just work out what your size bracket is and then go across to the Author Hill sizing. So a women's size 9 to be a medium, a men's size 10.5 to be a large. As simple as that, and that size chart is also on QVC.com.
Love it. Hey, did you know that yesterday, was National